Butter Podcast.
All right, episode two.
Woo! We're back. That's right, folks. They still let us come here.
Yeah, they did. And if my outfit's any hint to what we're talking about, what are we talking about today?
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
We should have practiced that.
We're talking about all three Beetlejuices today. Beetlejuice 1, Beetlejuice 2, and then Beetlejuice the musical. So Beetlejuice times 3, obviously.
Nice. Let's start off right away with current events, things to talk about, if you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead. Do tell.
Great. Cameras, do get ready. I'm about to show something. Actually, you can do it right there. Sweet. Peep the good shirt.
Yeah, what does that say? Alex?
It says, Morgan knows best.
It says Morgan knows best, in case you guys didn't hear him. Yes, good quality. It was my birthday over the weekend, and this was an added gift of him buying himself that shirt.
You know, some couples, like the lady will get lingerie for the guy, but it's for her, and some best friends get this shirt. But yeah, the Lord is my shepherd. Morgan is my travel planner. I shall not want. Morgan Short, the best travel planner in Brunswick.
Thanks.
Yep. Other current events. It is October, which is Dwarfism Awareness Month. Are you aware of little people? You should be. Personally, my name is Alex Nolan. The view I'm about to express is mine and mine alone. I think Dwarfism Awareness Month should be February because it's the shortest month, and then we move Black History Month to January because that's how we should start our year. Okay, LPA District 5 Regionals this month. Good time. Do you have dwarfism? Show up. Also, Brittany, I love you. Okay, that's all my news.
Okay, all right, cool.
Any other news?
I don't have any news.
Okay. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, Beetlejuice.
So the first one, I'm going to kind of let you just take the lead on it. I read the Wikipedia on the first movie 10 minutes before I saw the second movie yesterday.
Have you ever seen the first one?
Nope.
Oh, okay, guys. It's an interesting choice.
But we did see the musical last year.
Yeah, last year,
Good
I believe it
times.
was. Anyway, yeah.
I got nothing against Michael Keaton. There's just a lot of movies.
There are a lot of movies. Sometimes there's too many. But anyway.
What's Beetlejuice about more? Actually, what are your qualifications to even talk about Beetlejuice?
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so glad you asked. Well,
course.
I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had pretty fun doing that. I've seen Exorcist about 160 times, and it keeps getting funnier every time I see it. And not to mention you're talking to a dead guy. So, I'd say I'm qualified today. Anyway, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Came out in 1988.
Beetlejuice.
And did you know, actually, so you see that his name is spelled differently in the movie? It's spelled more like Beetlejuice. That is supposed to be his name, and that means it's an Arabic word for the Hand of Orion.
Huh.
But the directors felt that no one would be able to pronounce that, so they just spell it as Beetlejuice.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But anyway, the movie stars Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Alec Baldwin, and Green Davis. Alec Baldwin, man, did he age badly.
Really?
Yeah, he's very handsome in that movie. And then you see him in any movie after that. And it's oh, yeah.
I really liked him in 30 Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's where I really know him the most from.
I also want to say, when I was a kid, I did not understand the storylines in part one. I didn't understand how, because there's two different main plots, kind of three different plots. You have Beetlejuice, you have Lydia, and then you have the dead people. And I'm I don't know what's going on here. But now as a grown-up, which I just watched it again on a plane ride here, a plane ride home from last week, I was yes, this all makes sense now. Also, did you know Beetlejuice is only in the movie for 17 minutes?
What?
Yeah.
In the first one?
In the first one and in the part two. That was one of Michael Keaton's big thing of if he was going to be in part two, is he wanted Beetlejuice to only be in it for 17 minutes.
Specifically?
Yeah, because he didn't want to overjuice it. That's true, though.
That's hilarious because it's called Beetlejuice. You think double that. Good on him.
Anyway, overall, part one, fun time. I don't really have any big takes on it. I think goth people really love it, and I do think it's just okay. I like it, but it's just yeah, that's that movie.
Morgan, would you consider yourself a goth person occasionally? Inspired by goth people?
Inspired by goth people. I maybe I like black clothing.
Okay. Oh, big same.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
used to have one of my dressers was labeled black T-shirts
Oh.
just because I had so many.
All right. All right. You know
And-
what's sad though is finding things that are the same shade of black. That's hard.
Mm-hmm.
You got like black pants, but then you have a gray shirt. And it's like, oh, that's not right. All right. Beetlejuice Part 2 just came out. If you haven't seen it, these will be spoilers because we got to talk about the movie.
If you didn't retain any of that, once again,
Beetlejuice.
we're about to talk about it.
Yes. Part 2.
Okay, you've had enough time.
All right. Big one. Danny DeVito, William Dafoe.
Ah, love him. Danny DeVito, such a delight, and what a nasty man. Honestly, like I'm on this new 6-week training program because I want to get more handsome. Danny DeVito really out there being like, hey, you don't have to be like, have abs and be short to be in movies. You can just be gross and loved.
And funny. Funny's the important one.
Yep.
You have to be funny. And Danny DeVito is.
Yep. Like I don't have abs, but I'm silly, and that's why my girlfriend loves me.
Yes.
I
And
hope
you're
she's-
funny. You're funny. That's why your friends love you.
So I have to stay funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, so William Dafoe's character, unexpected. I loved him. I
Highlight.
thought I like that he was pretending to be an actor, but he was a detective, and he kept on squeezing those coffees and never drinking them, and he had to be on the case. He killed it. I love
I
William
was
Dafoe.
one of the. So this is. I'm jumping a bit. What was your favorite character design of the movie? Because he's mine. I love that his brain was like clearly a costume thing, but like it's not scary. Like you can be a kid and not be traumatized by him. He's just having fun. Also, I want to see him do a whole Harvey Dent monologue. I'm having fun with him. He's the best. What was your favorite character design?
I don't think I had a favorite character design in part 2.
Huh.
My favorite character design was in part 1, where you had the lady cut in half.
Ooh.
No, because it's funny. She's and Miss Argentina. Those are my 2 favorites. I wish you knew what they looked like because you'd agree with me.
Didn't they have like a reference to that in the art installation of the lady cut in half?
Maybe that was the beginning of the movie, and I already forget the beginning of the movie.
Fair enough. I just saw it yesterday.
Anyway, we're about to. Can I jump into the cons? I had a
Please.
lot of cons. Now I
Oh.
do want to say I liked this movie. I had a lot of fun with this movie, but there was a lot wrong with it. Number 1, too many competing storylines.
Really?
Yes. Okay. First, we have our main, like, Lydia and them. She's a ghost person, but like, yes, that shit sounds like it makes sense, but it doesn't, because she's just like, ooh, yeah, I talked to ghosts for money, even though I'm like, you literally didn't want to do that in part 1.
Yeah, but girl needs to pay a paycheck. Morgan, I work at a mortgage place now, okay? People change. Anyway, I never thought I'd be a pencil pusher, but here I am, all right? Also, have you ever seen, like, a Long Island Medium?
Yeah.
Yeah, people need money, Morgan. Does she look like she's dealing with all this mental stuff, and the government doesn't always give money to people? Girl, get your bag. Get your bag.
Okay.
If you're a tarot reader or an astrology person and you're doing a little spooky stuff for money, I see you.
And you support them?
Yeah.
Good.
They're probably some of our audience.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously. And we do love you. Anyway, so I also want to. Then you have the Dolores plotline, which she is Beetlejuice's ex-wife from the Black Plague era, and she's mad that she didn't get to kill Beetlejuice herself.
Yeah, I'll get like she's all like he wronged me. Like, girl, you poisoned him first.
Yes.
He's self-defense. But the thing is, Morgan, she was hot. I feel like they did a really good job casting her, because if you're hot, she's got pretty privilege. Look, classism, race, height, pretty privilege. No one goes after that.
Yeah.
You're okay.
I also, though, she should have killed Beetlejuice in the end. She should have sucked out his soul. She had so many chances to suck out his soul, which was her main bit audience, was sucking out people's soul. And she didn't. She's just like, da, rah, 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 rah. I'm like, girl. But that's because they probably want to make a part 3. Let's be honest. That's why they
You
kept
think
Beetlejuice.
she'll be in the part 3?
No, she won't, but Beetlejuice will, so that's why they had to keep him alive.
Clearly. Yeah, they right away with the title of Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
You know there's going to be a third one. It's right there.
And then we had Jenna Ortega's storyline, which I clocked her ghost boyfriend right away.
Really?
Yes, immediately.
I didn't. Honestly, thank God they said out loud, "You are a ghost," because I would have been like, "Oh, he has spooky powers, cool." And honestly, I was making it. You know when like they kiss and float?
Uh-huh.
I actually missed some of that because I was making a different note at the time. So then I look up and suddenly they're floating down, and I'm like, oh shoot.
Yeah, no. I clocked that he was evil, and I clocked that he was a ghost. It just was too easy. And it's so. You know what I also don't get?
Tell me.
Okay, so she,
What if I said yes? I do know what you.
Lydia. When Jenna tells Lydia, like, oh my God, yeah, I'm going to this house, and Lydia literally drops her off there. And Lydia doesn't know about the tragic murder that happened there. You've lived there for decades, and you didn't know about the tragic murder that happened right down the road?
Yeah, she's just in her business. Like, she's got all those other subplots. She's like, murder? Yeah, whatever. There's other people die all the time, Morgan. No, that's real, actually.
I think it's not that big of a town.
Yeah, but she also doesn't like it there. Didn't she move out?
Not till way later.
Okay. But also she's dealing with her spooky stuff.
Okay. And then we had like the Jeffrey Jones plot line, which is the husband.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he shouldn't have been that big deal of a plot line because he is a sex offender. And I think it's weird that the movie really focused on him. Like, his death forced the plot to happen.
Wait,
Also,
which one's Jeffrey Jones?
He's the dad. The one that died in part 2.
What?
Yes.
Like the actor or the character?
Actor. The actor, yes. Yes. And then they had children sing over his grave. I think that's weird.
The character actor or the real life actor?
The real life actor, Jeffrey Jones. Yes. Yes. So I think it's weird that he really, also they used his image. And I'm like, he probably got paid for his picture even being in the movie.
I thought he was Alec Baldwin, to be honest.
Oh, no, Alec Baldwin's already dead, but that's
yeah.
how I know you haven't seen part 1.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was funny how, like, they do the shark bite, so, like, they don't have to use this whole thing.
Yes.
Ugh.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, the way they had him talk, though, through his, esophagus.
Yeah.
That was pretty gross.
I enjoyed that.
But anyway, yeah, no, I thought that was weird.
That explains why he didn't sound like Alec Baldwin at all.
Yes.
It's like, the whole time I'm like, this is such a bad Alec Baldwin impression. Oh, I'm silly. Speaking of, I love the thing, in Harry Potter, where or worse, expelled.
Yes.
When she's like, he's left me. Like, he divorced you? No. Or like,
oh, yes, he died.
She's like, it's one thing if you die, but don't divorce me.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, so movie part 1, we have Deo, which is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Deo.
Love it.
Deo. Part 2, the last song, didn't like it. I didn't think it was good. The wedding song?
Huh.
Yeah, it was a song by MacArthur. MacArthur Park by Donna Summer. I thought it was boring.
I might not listen to it on repeat on Spotify, but I enjoyed the presentation. Honestly, I was giggling several times throughout the movie. I was going, huh.
No, I mean, the movie made me laugh.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the movie's bad. I just had a lot of gripes.
Gripes.
Although someone in my audience, as if it's my movie, someone in the seating when I was there, it was his dad and 2 kids, and this dad hated the movie so much. He was like, this was the worst movie I've ever seen. He was even telling the ushers about how bad of a movie it was. And he goes, it was like I was trapped there. And I'm like, sir, it was a regular comedy. What do you could have left at any time. What? No one's holding you hostage. I also thought it was weird they had the pregnancy scare so much.
That worst part of the movie. I have several notes on it, like body horror baby. Honestly, horrified. The first time it just came out, I was like, is this real? Is this is this the whole, are we in a dream? Please be a dream. The first time I'm just like, honestly, that's the scariest thing of the movie. Like, did he just put a baby?
Yes. Scary.
What's the opposite of immaculate? Because that's what he did to her. The immaculate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just conception, I think.
Also, at the end I'm going to jump a little.
Okay.
And at the end when it came out, I was freaking. I was like,
yeah. No, it was gross.
I almost was looking away, I've never so much wanted. Please don't be this. Please.
And also, Jenna looks so young. She has such a baby face that it looked even weirder of her, even giving birth.
Yep.
Oh, my God, I hated it. Oh, I hated it. I guess that is scary, though. That is the one true fear, having having a forced pregnancy of especially a demon baby.
Yep.
Awful. Beetlejuice is evil.
Yes.
That reminds everybody of that fact. Hate it. So gross. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. I don't get why they didn't need it.
Yeah.
They didn't need it in there.
The mom, red-haired mom.
Catherine O'Hara.
Yeah. I love her. The whole time I just kept thinking to myself, Stolen Valor last time, I'm over that. People grieve in different ways. And she's, I love the quote, I've lost my horny handyman. And I'm just like, go, yeah, girl, I feel it. Go off. We all deal with grief differently, Some people listen to music. If I'm dealing with grief, I'm taking a long shower, hand on the thing, just looking down solemnly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I do love how they made the house. They put the big old veil over the house. I really liked that. I thought that was a good bit. A few other notes I had. Just some fun facts. Jenna Ortega and Michael Keaton met when Michael was in the Beetlejuice makeup.
Nice.
And it scared her a little bit. And then later when they met and he wasn't in makeup, she forgot she'd already met him. She tried to introduce herself again. He was like, we just met yesterday.
LMAO. I mean, same. I'm face blind too.
I did love when Beetlejuice serenaded Lydia with the guitar.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Let me ask you something. Would you kiss specifically Michael Keaton dressed up as Beetlejuice currently?
Or regular Michael Keaton?
No. I don't care about that. I just want to know, right? If Michael Keaton opened that door and your partner was okay with it, would you smooch him?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah?
I think because the stuff he has around his face, which I pretended to, it grosses me out. I don't know what that is. It's probably herpes.
Okay, well, we know it's makeup. I'm saying that's why I'm saying specifically Michael Keaton dressed as it. I'm not saying would you kiss Beetlejuice.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
I'll give him a cheek smooch. Michael Keaton, if you're watching this, what's up?
Oh, also, did you know that Beetlejuice and so the Winona Ryder, she ships her and Beetlejuice. She thinks they should have got together in part 2.
Yeah, it's like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Which character from the Beetlejuice franchise would you smooch on the cheek, ethically?
Ethically, I guess if it was 1988 Alec Baldwin.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would look up a picture of him and be like, yeah, no, that makes sense.
I hated the wedding proposal so much. The whole time I'm just like, this slimy man. So gross.
Mm-hmm. He's so pervy and gross. I mean, that's the bit, but I don't like it. Not a fan.
He looks like Steven Seagal.
Beetlejuice looks like...
No.
Oh, you mean the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Hate
the
him.
boyfriend was weird.
Every time he was on screen, I was like, ew.
Yeah, he was pretty gross. I did love how he had to tell his truth. He'd be like, I'm only marrying you for the money, for the ghost money. I don't believe in ghosts.
If you had a vial of truth serum, who would you give it to?
Who would I give it to? I'd probably give it to you. I think it'd be funny if I gave it to you.
You know what's funny?
And just send you out into the world.
I also was thinking if I had the truth serum, I'll put it on myself because sometimes I'm like, do I even believe this?
Okay. What a time. Anyway, so overall thoughts of Beetlejuice Part 2?
Yeah. Tim Burton doesn't like people that aren't white. Right away. The laundromat being a Chinese man. Wow, stereotype. When they're in the death place waiting room, I also after the laundromat I started looking like, is this just me or I'm gonna start to see when I don't see white people. One of the dead people, also Asian person, very stung up, squinty eyes, Tim Burton, I see you, you microaggressive SOB. But he did have one Asian person in the wedding that just looked regular. It's okay, you tax write-off MF. I see you trying to be oh, what? No, there's other people too. It's fine.
Okay. So I wanted my final thoughts on Beetlejuice. I liked it. I thought Bob was great. Bob killed it. Every scene that Bobs were in.
Oh my gosh.
Great scenes.
Rest in peace, Bob.
Rest in peace, Bob. I was sad when he died. And then I wanted to say something else, but now I was immediately distracted by the Bob bits, so that's all I got.
Nice. I got some more. I chuckled at the Soul Train.
Soul Train.
That also is all right, I guess that's, and then we get some black people. It's okay, Tim Burton, I guess you can slide on that. Also, I clocked there's one little person and he does the
Yeah,
worm.
I
Yeah, you
did
saw
see
that too.
that.
So immediately, this movie's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
very easily
Oh,
bought.
there was one other thing that I thought was a minor gripe was I feel like 3 times they mentioned how environmental protesters die, and they're like they just die because they're stupid,
Ugh.
and I felt like that was a personal like that was Tim Burton trying to say something about environmental protesters.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a weird bit, but
I'll say
overall,
it.
go see the movie. It's fun.
I think Tim Burton has gotten at least a gift card from a big oil company. Yep. The dad also looks like Miguel, the Jenna Ortega's dad. Mm-hmm. He looks like Miguel O'Hara from Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Interesting.
I also think this movie, Beetlejuice, did better fourth wall breaks than Deadpool did in Deadpool 3.
Wow, that is a
Yeah.
strong take. I don't
Yep.
agree, but okay.
Okay. The baby, the Beetlejuice baby,
Yes.
hate it. Worst part of the movie.
Yes, we did talk about that, but yes, it's doubled down.
I just
it
really
was an
wanna make it
awful,
very
awful
clear.
bit in the movie. Don't have a Beetlejuice baby. It's gross.
When Lydia summons Beetlejuice finally and says, like, translate this, and then he just does, and they're like, we love it when, like, a man just does what he's told. Listen to women.
All right, so any other thoughts on it? What would you give it out of 10?
8.
All right, solid. I give it like a 6.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
but I had a good time though.
It's got a little person in it.
Solid. All right.
You know what? 7.
Okay.
Okay.
So now we're moving on to, in my personal opinion, the third and the best one, which is the Beetlejuice musical. Mm-hmm. It came out in like 2019, and ended its run around 2022. Although I think it's still it might possibly still be touring.
I know people are still dressing up as him.
Yes. So the music is by Eddie Perfect, book by Scott Brown and Anthony King.
His last name is Perfect.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
And you know what? He did a good job.
He earned it.
And Alex Brightman as Beetlejuice. So immediate thoughts. I love it. I think honestly this is the best story of Beetlejuice. I think this is the best Beetlejuice to exist. You also get the most Beetlejuice in the musical. And he's funny. He's not just pervy. He's funny. He's a regular old little trickster, little grimy guy in the corner, you know.
So are you saying, like, he's more forgivably pervy because he's funny?
No, I would say he's not pervy. Like yeah, he even like talks about how gross it is that he's trying to marry Lydia but he only wants to marry Lydia so he can become alive again. But he even like looks at the audience. He's like, isn't this disgusting? It is gross. Some countries think this is okay. Anyway, here we go. Yeah.
Would you kiss, what was the actor's name who played Beetlejuice in the musical?
Alex Brightman.
Would you kiss Alex Brightman dressed as Beetlejuice?
No, I think he is too grubby. Like I'd kiss Michael Keaton over Alex Brightman.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wait. You would kiss Michael Keaton, the actor, dressed as Beetlejuice and Beetlejuice before kissing Alex Brightman dressed as Beetlejuice?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. The Beetlejuice in the play musical, he gives me more like little garbage man vibes.
Yeah,
I feel like he's probably really stinky, and I don't want to kiss him.
Huh. But so you choose the herpes over the Morgan's really just not a scent guy. Like you just.
Oh my god. Okay. Also, the overall plot of the musical makes way more sense. It literally takes all the plot holes out of part 1 and fixes them. So in part 1, the original movie, the couple dies in a car crash, and yet they still go back to their house. That doesn't make any sense. In like ghost lore, that's not how ghosts work. You are stuck where you die at, unless you move on to the afterlife.
Follow the rules.
And so it makes no sense that they're back in their house. But in the musical, they die in the house. They fall through the like the floor, or they get electrocuted depending on what like theater they're performing in, which I think is funny.
Budgets.
It makes way more sense that they die in their house. Like, thank you. That is a big plot point, a big like silly plot hole. I think is part 1. Also, Lydia has way more personality in the musical.
Yes.
She is so spicy. She's got an attitude. She is like ready to fight people. She also has motivation. Her motivation being her mother is dead.
Yep.
And she's mad that her dad's getting remarried and no one cares about her.
They make her more specific and not just, I'm just a girl
Yes.
thing. Like the coward, I'll say it. the thing about Twilight, you know, you make Bella Swan like not too dynamic in the movie, so like it's easy to relate. No, you make the musical girl specific.
Yes.
You don't. If you can't relate to her, that's on you.
Yes. No, because in the movie in part one, she just is just like, oh, she's just weird because she's 15 and she's just a little goth girl. Like, okay, and she's like, I'm strange and unusual. Like, you're cringe, girl. Like, okay, get it, but like cringe. In the musical, she has motivation to be that weirdly depressed girl because her mom just died.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, no, this makes sense. And she's in a new town and she hates it. I'm like, yes, no, I get you.
People grieve in different ways.
And then I also like that she is less like excited to get help from Beetlejuice. There's a whole musical about her pretending or a song about her pretending to be about to say Beetlejuice 3 times. But every time on the third one, she like says a different word that starts with B. I think that's a good bit.
She's just taunting him.
Yeah. And the main song of like, no one cares about you when you're sad. And then Beetlejuice turns it to nobody cares about you when you're me. It's like, Beetlejuice, nobody cares about you because you're a weirdo.
Right. Accountability.
Yeah. Also, I like the couple better. The couple really leans into more like common day stereotypes of like they're just suburban white people, so they're losers. And I
Get him.
Really,
Get him, Morgan.
like us, we also are suburban white people. But it's a good bit. It's funnier than in part one, where I kind of just feel bad for the couple in part one. In the musical, I'm like, no, these guys are dorks, and they're doing their best.
Nice.
What would you give the musical out of 10?
7.5.
7.5?
No, it's 7.
In terms of Beetlejuices, I would give it an 8. In terms of overall musicals, I'd give it a 7. Because I did realize you cannot listen to the music by itself. Like with Hamilton, you can listen to the music by itself. And it's like, it's good, it's a bop. The Beetlejuice music is not. You need the show. You need the ambiance. You need the cool effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say though? So one problem that people have with The Greatest Showman is like the songs aren't specific. It's kind of just like anyone could sing them. They're not like plot specific. I think. Would you say the songs in Beetlejuice are plot specific?
Yes, I think they're too plot specific.
Whoa.
I think that's why it doesn't sound as good listening into your car. Because with Hamilton, you have the music where it's more like, you know, like, oh my gosh, he's cheating on me. And not saying that's relatable, but it's like, okay, yes. And you can also hear the story in it. You're like, yes, it's a full-on story from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. Beetlejuice's musical does not do that. It is like we're in the middle of the story, and you just should have paid attention to the last 4 songs.
Also, while we're talking about these 3, Hamilton, Men Are Trash, Cheaters, check. Beetlejuice, Men Are Trash. Greatest Showman, no Men Are Trash songs.
Yeah, which is crazy because he's probably the worst of the bunch.
Yep.
Like, he did awful things to people.
Yeah.
But anyway.
It is what it is.
But Wolverine, what's his name?
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman. Great man. Wonderful man.
Love him.
Man could do no wrong.
Okay. Any closing thoughts, my friend?
So, closing thoughts. Please go see the musical if it comes back to Cleveland again. Go see Beetlejuice because it's Halloween if you want something to watch. I also hope you get to see this on Halloween because it's Thursday. Ooh. So if you're watching this, happy Halloween. And yeah, so excited for the next episode, which who knows what that's going to be.
You can find us on bat.com and the other spelling of it. Maybe we'll get a crawl of how that's spelled. Spotify, YouTube, or we have a Facebook page.
Amazon Music.
Yeah,
and whatever there's lots of options.
Maybe another one too.
Yeah, maybe one day we'll get to iTunes.
Are you a streaming service and you want us on there? Message us.
We're free. All right.
This has been a good time.
Yeah, it's been a good time. I hope you have a great day, man.
Thank you. I hope you have a good day.
I also hope you have a good day, audience. Thank you so much. Bye.
Brunswick area television staff, by the way. Thank you. Thanks for letting us be here.